Hello everybody and welcome to the Nubia Suggs Show. I'm your host, Nubia Suggs. Well, the doctor is in and his name is Dr. Thomas Hobbs. He's well connected from state to state and you, yes you, are about to learn why. Welcome to the show, Dr.
Thank you
Thomas.
very much. Thank you very much for having me, Nubia.
Oh, would you rather I call you Dr. T?
Dr. T's would normally, it goes easy and that's
Is that
quick.
more popular for you?
Yeah, it's more popular. It's kind of my moniker, so we'll go with that, Dr. T.
Okay, well, we got Dr. T on the set, y'all.
Like Dr. Oz, Dr. G,
Dr.
Dr.
Okay.
T, you know.
Do you know Mr. T?
I don't. No,
you know
I work out, but I know who he is.
You know the world of change.
Right.
You're right.
Right. I know who he is, but I never met him personally, no.
All right. Let me direct your attention to these apples. Because they say an apple a day help keep the doctor away. But for interview purposes, I need you right here. Is that okay?
Sure, exactly.
Now you have a well-known list of accomplishments.
Yes.
So let me grab my notes because I want to get this right. I don't want to mess up.
Okay.
All right. Now, for the record, you are a internist and clinical nutritionist who specializes in internal disease that also just happened to do some anesthetic, but not plastic, who just so happened to be a fitness model and a bodybuilder. You published in cardiovascular medicine and published in stem cells research, who remains a national recognized speaker in cardiovascular disease and inflammation biomarkers in stem cells. Wow.
Wow, you did good.
That's a lot.
That's a mouthful, yeah, that's true.
All of that's true.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You did good. Most people can't get past about the first 4 sentences. Yes. Yep.
Now, if I left anything out, charge it to the memory, not my personality.
Well, what I do is everything you said, but I put a natural spin on everything. I try to treat everything holistically and naturally. I'm also a naturopath, so I treat everything holistically. I do modern day technology, but I use old-fashioned approach and caring and approach to natural health care, basically, is what that's a trend these days. Everybody's kind of sick of taking a bunch of drugs, and see what drugs does is they cover up symptoms. They don't get to the root cause.
It don't get to the root.
So what I do is I get to the root cause, figure out why you're having a problem, then
we
can
need
address
more
it.
of you.
It's getting bigger. There's a lot more than me out there, and it's getting more popular.
I was getting ready to ask, is anybody practicing the same? Because everybody seems to be practicing the cover up and not getting to the root.
There's a lot of us out there now. It's called functional medicine, if you want to know the term, and that's what the new quote term is for what I do. It's called a functional medicine doctor. And we used advanced testing. We use all the advanced medical diagnostic tools that we have, but we try to figure out what's wrong with the patient rather than just a pill for every ill kind of treatment.
Nice.
Yeah, and a lot of it, since I'm a clinical nutritionist too, a lot of what I do is nutritional based, which 90% of all chronic disease is basically preventable, which is, most people don't realize that. Just because heart disease, cancer, for the main part, 85–90% of it's preventable.
It's preventable.
Yeah, it is. It's all lifestyle.
And a lot of people just think it's just the end of the world for them.
Right. The right lifestyle changes everything. And even if you have bad genetics, that's called a term we use called epigenetics. Epigenetics is, let's just say you have a bad gene. Everybody's
talk to the doctor.
Bad gene. Grandma gave me a bad gene for heart disease.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like that light switch over there. Just because you have a bad gene doesn't mean you have to express that gene or turn that light switch on. You don't have to activate that gene. And how do we not do that? If we have, let's just say we have a bad gene for heart disease. What we need to do is we need to exercise, diet, nutrition, all that kind of stuff, and that will prevent you from having the heart attack. And then the other thing we need to do, which I'm a preventative doctor, so I'm always, you ever hear the old-fashioned, my grandma used to say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So what I do is I do a lot of preventative testing to determine your risk factors. In other words, you can be completely healthy, and a lot of people think they're healthy, and then I run advanced testing on these people, and they come back that they're not healthy at all, and they're like shocked. They're thinking, wow, I had no idea it was a walking time bomb, getting ready to have a heart attack. So Yes.
You specialize in internal disease. What are the worst situations that you've ever had to deal with?
So I'm a Lyme doctor too. I see a lot of patients
Okay.
that have Lyme disease, and I see a lot of patients that have heart problems, and you name it. But I would say probably what we're looking at now is an epidemic of diabetes and heart disease in this country.
Yeah.
And it's getting up. It's already epidemic proportions, and it's crippling the healthcare system as it is right now. So that's probably the worst I see, and the Lyme patients I see are bad because they have multiple things wrong with them too. I know today we're not going to get into all that. Might be another. That's a whole topic on itself.
Another whole topic. Yeah, and I be seeing you out there doing your thing with a lot of speaking, and look like you be having sellout crowds for whatever.
I do. I speak all over the country. I speak at medical conferences, and I speak to lay people too, because my whole thing is education. So I try to educate people. And most people, the problem with it is most people just don't know how to go about eating properly. Sugar's bad, and the old myth about fats being bad is actually not true. So fats, good fats, I'm talking about healthy fats from avocados, nuts, seeds, things like that. Those are good. Eggs even are good. What we really need to stay away from is the processed sugars.
The processed sugar.
And the white refrain
That's my
grinds.
weakness.
It's a lot of people, it's addicting.
Yeah,
And they make this food so it's addicting and people want more and crave
But I'm
more.
trying.
I mean, one soda a day really increases your heart attack risk by about 26%.
I really believe that.
Yeah. So if I tell my patients they can do two things, get off the refined flours and the processed sugars, and they can start there.
See, here I am facing a soda. I need to throw that soda away, don't I?
You do, and diet's not good either, so diet's actually bad too. Diet actually makes you gain weight, people don't know that, it triggers a chemical in your brain.
You know what,
And
that's
it
believable.
makes you gain weight, actually.
That is so believable. What university did you attend that made magic happen for you?
I've been in school my whole life, I'm still in school actually.
Still in school, okay.
Never been not in school since I've been 5 years old, so I've been to a lot of schools. I've had certifications from Harvard Medical School, Harvard School of Nutrition. I have certifications from WashU, STD Clinic. I did that. Medical School at University of Health Sciences, British West Indies. Went to Chiropractics University here in St. Louis, Logan. I attended internal medicine at National University in Chicago. I can't even think of all of them. I'm also board certified clinical acupuncturist too, so I do a lot of that also.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I do a lot of different things. I always thought that I never was really happy doing one particular thing. I would get bored fast.
Yeah.
So that's why I always like to go to school. I always like to learn new things.
Yeah, and still in school as we speak. Oh my goodness, that's so good.
Right now I'm applying to, I just got accepted, but I'm getting ready to start the Harvard Global Health course. Because it's a global thing now. It's not just the United States. We tend to just think about that obesity, diabetes, cancer, heart disease. These are all global issues now. They're not just the United States anymore. The whole world's getting sicker.
I believe that.
In the United States, everybody thinks we have a great healthcare system. We're actually ranked near the bottom. We're ranked about 35th in the world in healthcare.
Yeah.
And we consume 75% of all the prescription medications on the face of the earth. So our little country, which is only about 5% of the whole population of the world, consumes 75% of all the drugs, and yet we're near the bottom in health.
Yep.
Now, something's wrong there, right?
Something wrong with this picture.
We're looking at it. We're looking at, like you said, we're not getting the root cause.
Thank God we got people like you to, that's making an effort to make it right.
Well, we're trying. It's a hard task, and I tell you, I beat my head against the wall every day.
Yeah.
But the one person I save, it's worth it.
Yes.
When I have a guy that comes back and his labs, all of a sudden I run his blood work again, and he's not a heart attack risk factor anymore. I think, there's a guy that's going home to his family, his wife, his kids, that it's gonna be around again. And that's what matters. Even if I can save one life, that's worth it right
Now
there.
you're talking.
Yeah.
All right. So you actually had your own talk show.
I did.
Dr.
Tom show.
Shed some light on that.
Yeah, so I did, I've done actually 2 radio shows. A long time ago, I did a health and fitness show.
Yeah.
It was called I used to own fitness centers, so it was called the Power Hour with Dr. Tom.
Yeah.
And we talked about fitness, working out and things like that.
Yeah.
And we talked about nutrition. I just got done, in fact, I'm thinking of renewing them. I had a 2-year run with a show called the Dr. Tom Show.
The Dr. Tom Show that ran for 2
Yeah,
years.
Brian
Okay.
Stolically oriented, and I had a lot of good guests from all over the world. Experts in their field I would interview, like you're interviewing me, I would interview them.
Yeah.
So I had
Sweet.
the pleasure of interviewing like some of the top people in the world, which was neat, you know. So I kind of miss it, you know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Well, hey, get back at it.
I might do that.
Because
You're
look,
getting me motivated.
Look, and not only you say you get bored on doing one
I
thing
did.
and you keep going, so yeah, I can see you get back at that.
Right.
I can. Now, what is this about it? Some days you can't even go out to restaurants without people recognizing who you are and interrupting your hot meal
Well,
for
I'm kind of
a
visible.
picture with you. Yeah, is any of those rumors true?
Yeah, that is true, actually.
Oh, my
That
goodness.
is true. For some reason, I draw a lot of attention. I dress not your conservative St. Louis style dress. You know?
Yeah. Because you know when you came in, I'm looking for the lab coat and
Right.
you know
I have that
the
look.
bright, yeah.
I got that look in
You
the
know,
office, but I
uh-huh.
also have this look, you know.
And I'm gonna take it that you prefer that look. Looks nice
So
on
when
you.
I go out, I'm large, I'm a bodybuilder. I mean, I work out a lot and I dress very, very nice, I think.
You do. That's
And
good. Like
carry
something like that
myself well.
handkerchief.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm an accessory guy, you know.
Who would have thought to pair a polka dot handkerchief with that?
Me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
I actually design my own clothes, so I might be
You
coming
do?
out with a clothing line soon.
Wait a minute, you do?
I do. Design everything myself, exactly. Never made by a tailor, but everything is
Oh my
custom.
goodness, did I miss that in my notes? There's gotta be something new you just started on?
I've always been into fashion for some reason my
Uh-huh.
whole life. Probably if I wasn't a doctor, I'd be a fashion designer, you
You
know.
definitely be a fashion. You know that for a fact. You'll be a fashion.
I love fashion.
Okay.
I love it. You know.
Hey, shoot
Yeah.
for the moon. Shoot for the moon.
So yeah, so I go out and people always want their picture taken with me, which is fine.
Yeah,
You know, it's
you
fine.
don't have a problem with
Been
it.
going on.
Because you ain't like that. There is a, what is in that, well, I won't say his name on air, but he's a very popular actor. And, well, there's a lot of Chris artists, so his first name is Chris, but I just won't say his last name. So, but yeah, people ask him for a picture, he tell them no.
Really?
And
I've never told anybody
yeah,
that, never.
He tell them no, and he might even go as far as saying, get away from me.
I'm always honored. I feel
Yeah.
blessed that I'm in a situation where people even want my picture.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's good.
nobody's better than anybody else, so, you know.
Doctor, how can any potential patients get in contact with you?
Well, they can call me at 636
Okay.
296
Uh-huh.
11093, or they can go to my website, PowerMed, POWERMED.com.
All right.
And they can kind of look at that and give us a
Okay.
call, and we can set them up for a normally what I do is I'll bring them in for a consultation and see if it's a right fit, see if they're interested
Yeah.
in what services I have, and
Uh-huh.
see if, I don't accept everybody either, so.
I was getting ready to ask
Right,
that.
people don't
Actually,
wanna
would you-
listen to me, I'm busy enough where I don't need to be bothered with people that aren't
I
gonna
don't
listen.
blame you. Hey, I don't blame you. I mean, you out here trying to do your thing, and if they don't want to live, they just want to die. You know,
Exactly.
yeah, let them go ahead. I mean,
Right.
you know, it's kind of sad, but y'all need to listen to the doctor.
Listen.
You know, he on a
Save
different
your own life.
platform. Yeah, save
Always
your
say,
own life.
The life you save
Uh.
may be your own, that's what I tell people.
That's right.
It's
Yeah,
important.
don't you want to live?
Right.
Doctor, thank you so much for
Thank
sitting
you,
down with
Nubia,
me.
anytime.
Thank you so much for watching, because that's all the time we have. We'll see you next time. And remember, conversation is queen.